most people, because most of us are used to standing like that. Practice standing like this more so that you can strengthen the arches by pressing through the big toe, baby toe. Front of your hips, your iliac crest down through your knees to your ankles and to your feet. So when we stand, we don't want to stand like this. Misaligns the knees to the hips. We stand like this, and so we're stepping. So what we just did was we were stepping back. I'll try. So one of the ways that you can encourage a little bit more of the movement of the posture, you can take your arms up, arms facing one another, arms up, down, inhale up. And as I come down, I want to try and have this line all the way along here. Up, down, up, step forward, up, down, up. So you can have those arms up and back. Preference is if the arms come in front of the body like this, when you lift them up, the shoulders are rounded. And so you can't get them right up over the shoulder heads and the line from the hip to the shoulder to the hand. Then take the hands back, roll the shoulders back so that you feel a squeeze of the shoulder blades towards one another and the harnesses of the shoulder blades at the tip of the shoulder blades pulling down. So not jamming the chest forward, but pushing them to the back of the rib cage. Solid through here, up and down, so either here. Okay, so there's some stability here, and I'm lifting through the floor of the pelvis. Those 4 points, other side of the sitting bones, pubic bone to tailbone, pulling up when you come up. Now you don't have to move this fast, I'm just moving quickly through this focus. When we come together, remember the tail is back, not jammed forward with the knees over the toes. This engages glutes, core, quads, and hamstrings. This disengages and puts pressure on the back and undue pressure on the knees. Our Hanmi. So I'm going to bend and slide back. I want that heel behind my heel this time, and it pulls back my hip forward. This bend, slide back, pull the hip back, but don't let that hip, as you pull it back, don't let it pull the knee offline. We want to keep this alignment here to here, and again, not jammed over the toes. That's too much pressure on the knee. We want a strong stability. Pull this hip back without the knee. So if this, as I pull this hip back, if it pulls the knee with it, let the hip ride forward again. So no habits of bringing the feet back to here, here, slide back, forward, slide back, forward. Okay, and watch. So when my knee comes in, I'm going to correct it every time. I'm going to create some stability, some strength here. Recognize that I need to engage these internal muscles. Hold this. Internal, the groin muscles, thigh muscles, front and back, glutes, navel point, and back. Okay. Do some exercises that are specific to opening up the hip, creating rotational movement, all of these things that are required to move, not just the hips. We talk about the hips a lot in Aikido, but there's also this association that we need to have this looseness and this ease that we have to have in the upper body, because if we don't have this ease up here, the hips will be locked down. Because what From my hip to my knee, it is a straight line. From my knee to my ankle, it is a perpendicular line creating a 90-degree angle. I'll show you from this angle here. Straight line out from hip and then 90-degree angle here. Do the same with the back leg. So this leg doesn't come up or jam in. I'm aligning it to the hip here, then creating a 90-degree angle here. This is challenging if we've got tight hips. We will tend to want to sit really strongly into this hip. See if you can get yourself up a little bit over that butt cheek. Now here's the movement from here. Watch your shoulders as you do this. Try not to jam this, and I don't want to round my body as I'm coming forward, keeping myself upright. Bring this hand that is associated with this knee directly in front, the other hand in front here. You may, at this point, already feel a stretch in through your hip. That's fine. I want you to press down through here and all along that shin and press into this knee, this back. Got a kitten coming underneath my leg. And so I'm pressing down here, coming forward, and that is, so it should be challenging to feel that hip. If you've got tight hips as I come forward, and I have got pretty loose hips, but it still feels like a deep stretch. Now press in through here and push into this knee and try to lift this leg. I'm going to shift position so I show you the angle of this leg and what it should look like. So as I come forward, I'm going to try and lift this leg up. You're going to feel the pressure in through here, and you might even feel cramping. See if you can hold that position. Keep your alignment. The alignment is important. Forward. Push into this forward leg. Press it down so that you can feel the muscles on that hip and through the glutes. Shoulders back and down. Then press into this leg and try and lift that leg. Good, and lift the leg back up. And one more time. Breathe deeply and bring yourself up. Other side, creating those two 90-degree angles. So look, I want you to look at that angle first. Is my knee joint right ahead of my hip joint? Is my ankle joint in a straight line to that? These lines are important first to set up. Sitting on that glute, spine is straight and back, hands in line, and hinge forward, push into this line, this shin as you come forward to really engage that hip. Then as you come as far forward as you can, then push into this knee and raise that ankle. You can keep the feet flexed. Okay, so now as you lift up, you can engage the floor of the pelvis a little more. And forward again. And lifting. And forward again. Squeeze to lift. As I bring myself up, I engage the floor of the pelvis, up, toes, leg, line to the hips. Press yourself up. So same motion. So now, down, bend, slide back, and forward. Slide back. Notice how you're feeling around this region, keeping yourself bending every time. Good. Now, again, instead of the kemi, those toes straight back, down, solid, sit, fall. Next exercise is for our rotation of the torso. So I bring this hand through, level, level. Keep walking, so go, okay, I feel my stretch first under my rib cage. Feel a little more. I want to feel like I'm moving as far as I can and still keeping my hips stable. Okay, so I have to breathe deeply. I keep walking the hand forward as far as I can. Take a couple of breaths and bring it back again. Again, that feeling should be when we're done, it should feel like that you've done something, that you really reached, that there was an effort involved. We're going to do it again. That hand crawls through. So use whatever surface you've got, whether it's carpet or floor or whatever, and crawl those fingers along it. Keep the hips level. And back. Again, stable. Don't let the back arch. Don't create a roundness. Keep the spine open. We'll work with that in the last exercise. One more time. Walk the hands through. This finger movement may seem a little silly, but it actually helps you to create that rotation that you're not going to get if your hand is in the air. So really allow, and also this rotation is one that we do when we can take ukemi as well. So to have that rotation for the spine and the hips. Good, back together. Keep your hips level. And back. Rotate deeply. Keep pulling through. Should feel like a strong pull in the back of the rib cage, through the sides of the rib cage, even through the spine. And I'm trying to hold this shoulder, the arm that's supporting me. That shoulder is not creeping up towards my ears. Back again. And one more time. Stabilize. And back. Ahead. Here. Now. Rotation. Feel how the legs feel, how the torso feels. A little more integrated, a little more easy. And there's this more freedom here to move here. Especially so if you've got this something coming towards you, you want to have this ability to have not this stiffness, not the shoulder might stop here, but allow it to rotate and still maintain this forward stability of the knee